Hey guys, today's video is more celebrity gossip, which there has been a lot more of, a lot more than kind of social media drama, YouTube, TikTok, that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of just leaning into it. Whatever is happening, I'm here to tell you guys about it. So in that vein, subscribe to the bell icon for engagement and you will know what's happening, whether it be celebrities, social media, TikTok, YouTube, whatever there is to know, you'll know about it. Today we're talking about Lizzo. I don't think I've ever talked about Lizzo, at least not in like full content. Maybe I've mentioned her in the past, I'm not sure. If you guys don't know, Lizzo is a performer. She's a musician, very talented one at that. She's a good singer. She's also classically trained in, I believe, the flute. Dances on stage, the whole lot. She's also a body positivity person, activist, since she also had a clothing line that was supposed to be more body positive and kind of athleisure. So that's Lizzo. Lizzo's always been just seen as like a little treasure. Like she just always seemed really nice, I think. But that is until today. This really blew my mind. I saw it on Twitter. NBC News has put out an article called "Former Lizzo dancers were weight shamed and pressured while at a strip club," lawsuit says. She's being sued by 3 of her dancers. 3 former dancers have filed a suit against Lizzo, accusing the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. You can't trust anyone these days. You really can't. So 3 of Lizzo's former dancers have accused the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment, according to a lawsuit filed on Tuesday. They also allege that she pressured one of them to touch a nude performer at an Amsterdam club and subjected the group to an excruciating audition after leveling false accusations that they were drinking on the job. The dancers accused Lizzo, a performer known for embracing body positivity and celebrating her physique, of calling attention to one dancer's weight gain and later berating, then firing that dancer after she recorded a meeting because of a health condition. This makes no sense to me because obviously Lizzo's so pro body positivity. She's always discussed how you should be okay at any size. She creates a body positive, like I said, athleisure brand. Why would someone gaining weight be of issue to her specifically? And mainly because it was a health condition as well. It wasn't just like, I mean, even then, what do you care about? It's just like blows my mind a little bit. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court and provided to NBC News by the plaintiff's law firm also accuses the captain of Lizzo's dance team of proselytizing to other performers and deriding those who had premarital sex while sharing lewd sexual fantasies, simulating oral sex, and publicly discussing the virginity of one of the plaintiffs. So it was just an environment of Lizzo was being toxic to people by body shaming them, making them touch strippers inappropriately when they didn't want to, then accusing them of fake things just so she can be mean to them and like almost have an excuse for being mean to them. But then they're also like, she hired people who were in charge who then would sexually harass dancers, but she created that environment allegedly because she did similar things, you know. And there's always that thing of like, oh well, Lizzo maybe didn't know that she employed someone like that, but what they're saying is she behaved in a way that was also very toxic. So it makes sense that she would not only employ someone toxic but also know about it and be totally okay with them being toxic, if that makes sense. That's all alleged though. Don't have it got me. It goes on to say the suit does not say if Lizzo knew about the allegations linked to the dance captain Charlene Quigley, but the plaintiffs believe the singer was aware of their complaints about her, according to their lawyer Ron Zambrano. The suit names Lizzo, whose real name is Melissa Vivian Jefferson, her production company, and Quigley as defendants. In addition to accusations of a hostile work environment and sexual harassment, the suit brings claims for religious and racial harassment, false imprisonment, interference with prospective economic advantage, and other allegations. No every claim was brought against each defendant. The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performance seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal but absolutely demoralizing. The suit accuses Lizzo of calling attention to the dancers' weight after an appearance at South by Southwest Music Festival. The singer and her choreographer later told the dancer Ariana Davis that she seemed less committed to her role, and comment the suit describes as a thinly veiled concern about Davis's weight. So they had a performance at a music festival and one of the dancers had gained weight right before it, I guess, and Lizzo said, you know, you seem less committed to your role considering you're not watching what you eat, which is insane to say. Because once again, like they said, Lizzo's public persona is completely against anything said in this lawsuit. So it's literally just like night and day. Like it's 2 different people we're talking about here. Lizzo behind the scenes, Lizzo in front of the cameras, which I mean, I'm hoping Lizzo in front of the cameras is the real one, but this lawsuit is crazy. And I wonder if they have some proof, text messages. I mean, one of the dancers had recorded a meeting that she had with one of the captains. It wasn't obviously Lizzo, but it kind of validates some of the claims. So I wonder what more is going to come out of this, I guess. Representatives for Lizzo did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Quigley did not immediately respond to a request for comment either, I guess. Efforts to reach Lizzo's production company, Big Girl, Big Touring, Inc. were unsuccessful. Davis and another former dancer, Crystal Williams, began performing with Lizzo after competing on her Amazon reality show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, in 2021, according to the suit. The dancers were later fired. The third, Noel Rodriguez, was hired the same year after performing in the video Rumors, the suit says. Rodriguez resigned earlier this year. So some of them got fired, some of them resigned. I wonder if that is more kind of evidence proof for the toxic work environment. Now, they're the Amsterdam club accusations. So they had a trip to an Amsterdam strip club, and it happened after a performance in the city kind of earlier this year. The suit states that Lizzo's after parties were routine and non-mandatory, but alleges that those who attended were favored by the singer and had greater job security. So it leads to kind of like, so they were being almost pressured into coming to these parties even if they didn't really want to. At the club, Lizzo allegedly began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas, the suit says. Lizzo then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breast of one of the nude women, which is obviously a disgusting thing to do. I mean, they're already saying like, oh, we kind of didn't really want to go to these parties. Some of them are really inappropriate, but if you don't go, Lizzo doesn't like you, and then you might end up getting fired, or you won't book jobs with her, or you won't be, you know, sent to stage. So we were already going, and then she was acting really inappropriately. She was creating this inappropriate environment. Like, why are we going to a strip club? Why can't we just go to a regular club? And then she's also then pressuring these women to touch other nude people. Davis declined, according to the suit, and Lizzo allegedly led a chant, goading her to do so. After Davis declined 3 more times, the chant grew louder and more strident, demanding a visibly uncomfortable Miss Davis to engage with the performer. When Davis eventually acquiesced and briefly touched the performer, the group burst into laughter, the suit says. Afterward, Lizzo allegedly pressed a member of her security staff to get on stage and began yelling, "Take it off," according to the suit. Now, some are going to hit back and say, oh, this just seems like friendly banter. Like, if me and my friends went to a strip club and one of them didn't want to touch someone, we'd all go, you know, touch them, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's friendship behavior. And you can have work colleagues who are also considered your friends, but you are work colleagues first and foremost. And I think there are certain behaviors they have to be wary of when you are friends with your work colleagues, because like I said, they are work colleagues first and foremost. So they were going as after parties for doing work together, which means that they should have been appropriate for what a work party should be. You know what I mean? This would be kind of appropriate if it was just a friendship group just pressuring each other and they know each other's comfortabilities and they know each other's boundaries. But when it's a work event and you are hanging out with your work colleagues, there are some things that even if you think are okay because you guys are also friends, are just not okay. And mainly when you're famous as well, you just should really be careful with stuff like that. Plaintiffs were aghast with how little regard Lizzo showed for the bodily autonomy of her employees and those around her, especially in the presence of many people whom she employed. A week later, after a show in Paris, Lizzo invited her dancers to a club so they would be able to learn something or be inspired by the performance, the suit says. What Lizzo failed to mention when inviting the dancers to the performance was that it was a nude cabaret bar. So once again, she just seems to derive pleasure from making people really uncomfortable, which once again, if it's your friend group, maybe it slides if you know their boundaries, but if it's your work colleagues, I don't think that slides. The suit described the performance as artful, but the plaintiffs were shocked that Lizzo would conceal the nature of the event from them, robbing them of the choice not to participate. Harassment claim. The racial harassment claim is linked to what the suit describes as comments charged with racial and fatphobic animus that were made by touring company employees. So once again, it's not Lizzo this time, but it's someone that she once again employed, and she is a black woman and she is also plus size, so then to have people be racist and fatphobic that work for you is probably something that you should be kind of wary of. In one instance, the former dancers asked to be compensated for their downtime at a rate of 50% of their weekly pay, according to the suit. An accountant allegedly responded to the request by offering 25% and scolding them for being unacceptable and disrespectful. Only the dance cast, comprised of full-figured women of color, were ever spoken to in this manner. The religious harassment allegation is connected to Quigley, the dance captain who also worked as a judge on Lizzo's reality show, so clearly they're kind of like friendly or know each other. So then if Quigley is just like this, Lizzo would probably have seen her behave like this and be racist or be fatphobic because they probably spent a lot of time together, and Lizzo then chose to employ her further after that. I mean, I don't know how much you can hide your true self in front of people. According to the suit, she preached her Christian beliefs and took every opportunity to proselyte. They're using really big words in this one. To any and all in her presence, regardless of station, which once again, Lizzo always seems very like free-spirited. She's very like dress however you want, don't slut shame. So I'm not saying she's not allowed to work with Christian people, but there definitely should be a line drawn of like, no one discuss religion, no one discuss this, let's just all keep each other very comfortable. And you know, after discovering that Davis was a virgin, Quigley discussed the subject in interviews and posted about it on social media, the suit says. When cast members asked her to stop pressuring Rodriguez, whom Quigley regarded as a non-believer, according to the suit, about her faith, Quigley responded, "No job and no one will stop me from talking about the Lord." Now, dancers dismissed, 2 were fired in April and May. Williams lost her job April 26th, days after she spoke up at a meeting in which she challenged an assertion from Lizzo that the dancers were drinking before performances. The day before, Lizzo had told the group that they would have to audition again, a move that prompted what the suit described as an excruciating 12-hour rehearsal to punish them for allegedly drinking before a performance, even though they didn't drink before a performance, allegedly. If Lizzo was dissatisfied with their performances, they would be fired and sent home. During the rehearsal, Davis was so fearful she'd lose her job if she went to the bathroom, she soiled her pants. If this is true, and this is disgusting, is this directly something that Lizzo is doing? Like this, some of these bits are, oh, employees of Lizzo, blah, blah. This little rehearsal stunt was purely Lizzo. So if she saw this happening, then this is like on her. She was given a see-through outfit with no undergarments to finish the performance, the suit says, which once again leads into the sexual harassment claims. When Lizzo raised the issue again the following day, Williams responded saying the dancers didn't drink, the suit says. The singer then allegedly offered what the suit describes as a mocking reply. Well, if you're not, then good for you. 5 days later, on April 26th, Lizzo's tour manager fired Williams in a hotel lobby, the suit says. 5 days later, on April 26th, Lizzo's tour manager fired Williams in a hotel lobby, the suit says. The manager attributed the termination to budget cuts, said the suit, which noted that no one else was fired. So how much of a budget cut was it? Now, Rodriguez complained to the manager about the decision to publicly fire Williams, a move that Lizzo repeatedly raised with the dancers during an April 27th meeting, during which she told the group that she had eyes and ears everywhere, according to the suit, which was supposed to scare them, I guess, into obedience, because she was like, well, I fired that person, I have eyes and ears everywhere, so you'll get fired too. Just a hostile work environment all around. Lizzo became furious, hurling expletives at the group, and stated that she was going to go around the room person by person until someone told Lizzo who made the recording, because obviously someone went into the meeting and recorded the meeting. Davis acknowledged recording the meetings, saying that she wanted to have a copy of Lizzo's performance notes, the suit says. When Davis said that she hadn't meant any harm and that she deleted the video, Lizzo allegedly responded, "There is nothing you can say to make me believe you," which is once again just like being scared that you're clearly saying something that you don't want other people to hear, because why else would you be so angry about someone recording a meeting? Miss Quigley and Lizzo then took turns berating Miss Davis. After castigating Miss Davis, Lizzo fired Miss Davis on the spot. Before Lizzo left the meeting, Rodriguez told her that she felt disrespected and would resign, the suit says. Lizzo responded by cracking her knuckles, balling her fists, and using an expletive to tell Rodriguez that she was lucky, the suit says. As Rodriguez left, the suit says Lizzo raised both her middle fingers and yelled a slur. Now, this is crazy. The suit alleges false imprisonment against Lizzo's production company because a member of her security detail allegedly forced Davis to remain in the room after the meeting ended so he could search her phone for the video. Search her phone, her personal property. The suit does not specify a dollar amount for damages that cover emotional distress, including unpaid wages, loss of earnings, and attorney fees. In the meantime, Lizzo continues to inspire fans. In a recent clip circulating on social media, the singer can be seen telling a young woman attending a concert in Australia how beautiful and special she is and how she could be the greatest dancer in the world. Speaking to the fan who said she had been bullied online, Lizzo said, "The words that we say have a long-lasting effect on people." Diana Dasrath and Tim Stello, you did an amazing job writing this. There were a few mistakes here and there, but just ending on that note of Lizzo like trying to be motivational to a fan who is trying to be an aspiring dancer and saying the words that we say have a long-lasting effect on people. I think it's going to come back to bite her in the butt if any of this is true. And there seems to be a little bit of evidence, so otherwise, I mean, I'm sure the lawyer wouldn't go through with it if there wasn't at least a slither of evidence. So I'm just going to wait and see how this plays out. And if you guys want more, subscribe to the bell icon for engagement, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.